Before we get started, if you've watched my channel and you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing. It's the world's oldest profession, but like everything old, people don't want anything to do with it. You'd think that by being the first profession on the block, it would have earned it some respect, but quite the opposite. Selling sex is stigmatized, it's shameful, it's judged and considered something only desperate, lost drug addicts turn to due to traumatic childhoods or ongoing abuse. It's considered a last resort for those who have run out of options, or worse, it's a choice made by someone who has no self-worth and seeks validation through sex. All of those things and more could and many times are true. But if that's the case, then don't those people need our support and not our judgment? Also, just as important, we've got to remember not to lump everyone into one bucket. There's a million different reasons why people sell sex. Not all of them are negative. That's my public service announcement for the day. In this episode of Gay and Over 40, we are talking about paying for sex, who pays for it, and the reasons they do it. Make sure you stick around, because at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you about the time that I myself paid for sex. Of course, this being YouTube, I can't go into much detail, but if you want to hear the full, unedited, uncensored version of what happened, I do that over on my OnlyFans page, which you can find on my website, which is linked below. We're going to look at some of the typical folks who pay for sex and why they do it. And of course, there are many more examples and many more reasons, but these are just a few of the main ones. First up, we've got the obvious, the old guy. And I say that with all due respect. This is just somebody who's been around the sun more times than the rest of us. A bunch of different reasons why the old guy would feel like paying for sex. Obviously, the first one would be like, he feels like he has no other options. Maybe he's just tired of the rejection. Maybe he's out in the clubs, he's being ignored. Maybe he's at the bathhouse, he's not pulling any tricks. A certain time of your life, you just become invisible. Maybe you don't want to feel invisible anymore, so you turn to a professional, which of course is another reason for hiring somebody for sex. They are a professional. So there's an ease to that. You don't have to worry about the rejection. You're in good hands. You don't got to worry about anything. Another reason the old guy would pay for sex is the youth angle. Who doesn't like a young person? They're young, taut, tight skin. Probably the reason the old guy is paying for sex is because it's with somebody that he normally wouldn't be able to pull in on his own merit. He's at the bar, he wouldn't be able to attract that person. He's at the tubs and he gets lots of sex, but it's not that person, that type that he wants. By paying for it, then he gets it. Another person who would typically pay for sex would be the shy guy. This is somebody who, for whatever reason, is insecure. Maybe they're an introvert, maybe they have body issues, there's a confidence issue, too shy to approach people. There's no way they're gonna be at a bar and go up to somebody. There's no way they're gonna even go to a bathhouse, but even if they did, how to make that connection with somebody when they go there. And the apps, you know, it's easy when you're online, you're not face to face, but there comes a point when you gotta seal the deal. So the shy guy finds it difficult to seal the deal. He wants assurances. So when the shy guy is paying for it, no reason to be shy. We all know why we're there. Another super obvious stereotype of somebody who pays for sex is gonna be the rich guy. Now he does it for very different reasons than the shy guy and the old guy. Again, the old guy might feel he can't pull it in otherwise and he needs to pay for it. The shy guy also, because of his shyness, his insecurities, doesn't feel like he can pull it in by himself, so he needs to pay for it. The rich guy, it's not about that. It's about power. It's because he can. Could also be a bit of a show off, showing off the younger twinks on his arm. Also a thing with the rich guy, when you have money, sometimes you don't know who likes you for you. Actually. So you cut all of that bullshit out and you just pay for it. And then it doesn't matter if they like you for you because actually you know that they like you for your money. The last guy I'm going to talk about is another very common person who would pay for sex. And this is the DL guy. This guy is on the down low. Now, he's on the down low for whatever reason. Like, maybe he's not out of the closet yet, so he's not going to the bars. He's not on the apps. He's not going to the bathhouses. So this is his best option. He doesn't want people in his inner circle, at work, his family, to know that he's gay. He doesn't want any emotional entanglements, so you pay for it. You don't gotta worry about any of that stuff. The DL guy is also gonna like the discretion. Again, you're just meeting, it's a transaction, that person goes away, they're not gonna be texting you, where are you, I miss you, and all of these things that maybe the DL guy is not ready for in their life. Also, the DL guy could find it a bit of a fetish. So maybe they are mostly straight in their real life, but they have a fetish for boys, or trans men or trans women. So a lot of times the DL guy will go out and just pay for it. They don't want to have the emotional connection with them. It's more of just a fetish, the excitement of the fetishization. And maybe the DL guy is in a relationship already and they are not open. So he's not supposed to be doing what he's doing. So the best way of making sure that nobody comes back and talks is just hiring somebody and paying for it. DL guy is having his cake and he's eating it too. So there we have it. The DL guy, the rich guy, the shy guy, and the old guy. Those are kind of 4 stereotypical people that pay for sex. However, I don't feel like I fall into any of those categories, and I paid for it. So if you're still watching, then you deserve to hear the story of how I paid for sex. I was out with a bunch of friends here in Toronto and we went out to Remington's. And Remington's, if you don't know, is a strip club that used to exist, but of course closed down because they're building a condo. Everything that's cool closes and turns into a condo. I went there with a bunch of friends and we were just having fun. So we were sitting at the table and we were having drinks and watching the strippers. And there was one stripper that was really making eye contact with me. Like, this guy was really working it. But he was really good at his job because he made me feel special, which is obviously the point of when they're up there, they want the customers to feel special. I don't know why he chose me out of everybody else. I don't think I look like I have money. He sort of honed in on me, targeted me. And then when he was done his routine, which was extremely sexy, and he was very sexy too, so maybe I was giving off something and he sort of locked onto that, and that's what happened. Anyway, he comes up to the table, we start chatting. I decide, okay, fine, I'm gonna do this, we're out, we're here. I'm gonna pay for a private dance in the back. I don't do it often, let's just go for it. Plus, I had a few drinks at this point. We go to the back room where it's extremely private. You have your own booth. The songs are playing. It's dark. It's sexy. He's doing his thing. And the rest is going to have to be on OnlyFans. But needless to say, in that instance, I guess I paid for sex. If you want to hear the rest of that story, head on over to my OnlyFans. It's on my website. It's linked below. Love it or hate it, the oldest profession is not going anywhere. In fact, it's always on the cutting edge of the newest technologies because sex sells. And those people who are selling it will find new and creative ways to get themselves out there. Thanks for watching. And for a deeper dive, join the growing number of people who have signed up for my newsletter. It's absolutely free and it's full of goodies that I don't share anywhere else, including discounts on sex toys and clothing. Well, just go to my website, linked below. And supporting my channel is easy, just ask my newest patrons. They get perks like monthly video chats with me, advanced access to episodes, behind the scenes content, and more. And I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!